Okay, Mozilla is a non-profit organization to keep the web open.
Okay.
We came originally out of Netscape. Netscape was a browser that tried to be the second browser, and we had only one browser on this planet back then, that basically tried to crush Netscape, and they managed to do so as well.
Okay.
So Mozilla came out of this fight, and basically we tried to make a company or a non-for-profit organization to keep the web open and to keep web standards and keep open innovation on the web possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we don't have stakeholders. We don't have. We can do technology that other people don't do, and we can play with technology the way other companies can't do. Because I used to work in commercial IT companies before. Innovation is basically there to be competitive with your other companies out there. And if your innovations don't make any sense in the first 3 months and don't make a lot of money, then the innovation dies. With us, we get the opportunity to give out free software, open software that innovates the web, and that's why Mozilla is around. And for me, this means that as a spokesperson for Mozilla or as an HTML5 spokesperson, I got the great opportunity to work with everybody out there. So before that, when I worked for a large IT corporation, I could not talk to the competition. I wasn't allowed to talk to the competition. As Mozilla is not a competitor on the financial field, a lot of people work with us on standardizing technologies, on innovating on technologies, and allow us to actually be part of their innovation process as well. So everybody wins in this case.
Okay.
So Mozilla works with people working for Mozilla, but also a lot with volunteers coming from all over the world.
Okay.
So we have about 14,000 people working with us, but in the company itself we're about 900.
Okay.
So this means a lot of our software innovation is written by people who give their free time to help us out and actually write new open technology that they've done. They learn from that, we help them out working with us, and it's a great opportunity for somebody, for example, who is in university right now, learning computer science, to get to grips with what the market needs.
Okay.
So people can work with us and actually get hit the ground running once they go into the job market that way. In my position, I'm a spokesperson for the open web and for HTML5, so I speak a lot at conferences. I sit in meetings with other companies that are working in this field and coach them on what we're doing to make sure that we don't work in parallel but actually working together and innovating in the same direction. I'm training people up on public speaking, and I'm training people on blogging and on making screencasts and writing demo code that is understandable. So I turn developers into spokespeople, basically.
Okay.
And that's it's an uphill battle at times, but it's very exciting as well. I have a background in journalism, and then I was a web developer for 14 years, so I've done almost everything you can do on the web. So I try to find myself a new challenge to help young new developers out to become known as well and to become spokespeople for what they're doing. Because a lot of developers think just the code speaks for itself, but you have to be able to market your code and make people understand what you're doing to see how much you're worth, really. We do it mostly with personal meetups. So a lot of times having FaceTime with each other is very, very important. We've got weekly calls where we're all going on video chats to talk with each other. Okay. We've got monthly goals, we've got quarterly goals, and we actually do reports what we're doing at the moment. So everything is open, everything is on a wiki, so people can actually see what we're doing as well. Okay. So the reporting strategy is like you point out what you want to do the next few months rather than like somebody tells you what to do. Yeah. So what we agree on is the end goal of the quarter. So we say like every quarter we want to reach this and that what we're doing, and then we start talking to people what they want to work on or what they're working on and what needs fixing. And of course a big thing is bugs and problems in software. So these come through our Bugzilla, our bug tracking system, and then they get triaged according to what is important and how fast they have to be fixed. So a lot of it is like ongoing work. So of course everybody wants to be terribly creative and reinvent the wheel every single time, but by pointing at the quarterly goals and by pointing at the monthly goals, we work around that issue a bit. And I think we have the tech press to blame, that a lot of developers think that they have to be the superstar, rock star, ninja, whatever, and then we don't deliver anything useful. A lot of what we're doing is also not going into the shiny, amazing thing, but actually something that is maintainable for the future. And that is just necessary for us because we're already a distributed team. We have people in different time zones, we have people with different backgrounds, we have non-native English speakers, so we got to make sure that what we do is well documented rather than just code and hopefully you understand what I was thinking about. A lot of people think just throwing out code that documents itself, and that is the biggest myth ever, because my own code is not understandable to me a few months later at times. Yeah, I have a bit of a well, weird experience, not weird, but I love failure. I love making mistakes because then I know what not to do again. And a lot of times people think the first failure is actually what's the end of it. But when you look at any successful IT project, any successful interface, any successful website out there, there are a string of little failures that they learned from. Rather than just giving up, they actually took what caused the mistake, what caused the error, and got rid of that one. So focusing on the mistake that happened is not the right thing. Focusing on what led to that mistake is actually where you learn from. And it hurts, and that's good. Like at times when things hurt, then we're actually, okay, I want to fix this now. Whereas success is like, yeah, great, I had a success, and then you get tainted. Then you start like, oh, I was successful, I will be successful again. Every single successful product I've seen, people took the same team then and hoped that the second product that they're building is a big success again. It never was. The problem is that people, when the first success get complacent, they're like, oh, we just do the same thing again, it's going to be a success again. Or they're trying too hard to make a success. You should concentrate on your product, not on becoming a success. Because a good product will already be a success. So many people think like, how do I get money? How do I get bought by Twitter, by Facebook, by Google? And this should not be your cause. Instagram was bought for $1 billion, not because of the technicalities of it, but because of the community they built around Instagram. That was the most important thing for Facebook when they bought them. So making a product that you love, making a product that you want to build is the most important bit there. And if you find a failure, that's good as well, because you learn from that. And I've done stupid things in my life in IT, very, very stupid things. I look at old code of mine and I'm like, what was I thinking? But I know now what I did wrong, and that's the thing that I can teach other people as well. So finding out the mistakes that you do and noting down what you've done is very, very important. And especially for the Mexican market, being local is a super important thing. We just released Firefox OS in Mexico, the first mobile operating system built on HTML5, completely affordable to the market. It's like 999 pesos for a phone, for a brand new phone that does the same thing as an iPhone or as an Android in terms of smartphone technology. What we need now is Mexican entrepreneurs to give us locally relevant content. It's great that people have Facebook, that they have Twitter on these, but what are the apps that Mexico needs that are not there yet? What are the things that people do in Mexico that people in America don't do? And this is the sweet spot that you have. A lot of companies, and I come from Germany, and I've seen it in Poland happen, I've seen it in other countries happen as well, that people just take American products and make a local copy of it. Like, oh, this is the Facebook of Mexico. And you're like, this is not clever. There has to be a better way to actually make the thing more relevant to the market, because otherwise you're just a copy. You're like a bleached out version of Facebook. But if you find something more interesting to the market, take a look at what's happening in Mexico. Take a look at what's happening socially, what's happening financially, what's happening in sports, what's happening where, and find out where the differences are to America, to other places, and build that app. And that will be a massive success, because there's a lot of local pride as well. People love to use local products rather than like only American products. That's why Spotify is so big in Europe, because everybody loves it. It's a Swedish company. It didn't come from America. So that's a great sweet spot for you. So look at what Firefox OS is doing, and if you know how to build a website, you can build an application for that. That's another big thing as well. You don't have to sign in for a developer product and pay $100 with a credit card that you don't have to actually start developing, but you can just start developing right now. And that's a great opportunity for people, and we hope to see a lot of stuff coming out of Mexico that way.
Okay.